Good morning, everyone. I trust that it is a beautiful day in East London, and more specifically, good morning to every one of you at the Cortex Hub today. It's a real treat for me to be able to join you today, and I want to thank everybody for the invitation. The Cortex Hub is very close to my heart. And of course, the Digital Council Africa does quite a bit of work with the Cortex Hub through our Memorandum of Understanding. Thank you again, like I said, for the invitation. It's a privilege to be here today, and I wanted to just take some time to have a quick conversation with all the beautiful young women in the room today, and I want to talk to you about when the stars align. I was thinking about it this morning as I was preparing to put this message together, and I thought, you know, things are really different today, and we're celebrating ICT and women in ICT and women in technology, you know, more than we used to, and there's a lot of things that have certainly changed. You know, the digital economy has brought us many opportunities. And, you know, the digital economy has opened up the world in which we work, and it's really become a phenomenal sector, and it touches on every single sector, not just a sector. You know, it's not, it's actually got an impact on the world that we live in today as we go through digital transformation. But there's something else that has changed, and you know, digital transformation is taking place at this incredible rapid pace, rather. But also, what we're seeing is that there's also more gender equality today. And I know all of you are going to say, "Oh, it's not where it needs to be," and I agree with you. Firstly, let me agree that I don't believe that gender equality is really where it should be. But I also want to tell you that, thank God, it's not where it used to be. So, you know, a lot of things have changed. If we look at simple things like women's healthcare, access to education, the general manner in which women are treated has improved dramatically. We've made significant progress, and we can be very proud of that progress. You know, we can all celebrate that progress together because all of us have locked arms and have consistently moved forward in our battle to make sure that we achieve some form of gender equality. I personally won't rest until we've got equal pay. I think equal pay is one of those conversations that we still need to talk about, but we've made a lot of progress in this. In fact, if you and a male counterpart today applied for a job, and all things being equal, same qualifications, same experience, you probably, as a woman, stand a better chance of getting the job than your male counterpart. So I think we've made progress, and I think it's fantastic. And I think we've really got everything in our hands today that will allow us to achieve great success. And that's wonderful, and that's fantastic. And we've got access to equal education, and it's been proven over and over and over that women are as smart as men are. And in fact, if you look at the last matric results that came through, probably slightly a little bit smarter. But I want to talk to you a little bit about this. The stars are aligning for the next generation. The young women that are coming through now are experiencing a different world. It is very different to the world that I was raised in, and certainly my mother was raised in. And I'm fortunate that I was raised by a mother that was quite ambitious, and that didn't care too much about a husband or a father or somebody that thought that maybe she was better off just doing a service job. I'm not taking away from service jobs. It's incredibly important, and without it, society cannot function. But today we know that we can really be anything, and we can achieve success in all our areas. And whatever success may mean to you, is it, some people just think success are things like money or power or a specific achievement. But for me, success is the accomplishment of my purpose. And it's important for me to understand what my purpose in life is so that I can then put the building blocks in place to live up to the purpose that has been put out there for me. And for me, that is to serve other people. So I'm very passionate about making sure that I can take everybody on a journey with me that will embrace and adopt and love the digital economy and the opportunities that it brings as much as I do. For me, success is the measure of your level of happiness and fulfillment. It's not just about money. And I know we always talk about it and say, well, money doesn't buy happiness and all of these things. But at the end of the day, you also cannot move forward. You've got to have money to make money. And we understand all of these things that go. So money is not the ogre, but money is a tool. Money is like a spanner in a toolbox. It achieves certain things. It's not the be all and end all of your life. Money is there to get you certain things. Just like the spanner that's in the toolbox, if you need a nut tightened, you're going to go and fetch it. You're going to go and tighten that nut, and you're going to throw that spanner back in the toolbox where it belongs. Money is not something that you lie awake about, like the spanner. You don't lie awake at night thinking about the spanner in the toolbox and how can you have more spanners. It'll happen. You'll always have access to that spanner if you do what you need to do. But money is more than just, money is more than the ability to buy things. It assists you in creating your business. And one of the areas where I think as women we still struggle a little bit is access to funding. But that's also something that I think is changing fast, and we're seeing more and more funds being established today that are focused on women and women entrepreneurs, and helping women entrepreneurs. But one of the things that I want to talk to you about today is that there's no hope of success in any field of effort without just being positive, ambitious, excited, and a willingness to put in a lot of effort. Any success, no matter how big or small, is the result of your labor, the work that you have done, and you should celebrate it. Whether it's passing a simple test, whether it's making progress in something that you've put your mind to, stop for a moment and celebrate that success. But there's one other ingredient that's probably more important than any other ingredient. I have learned this over the last 30 years of my career, of doing the work that I do, of waking up every day. Some days not feeling like it, some days not wanting to, some days kicking and screaming, but you get up and you do it anyway. And that 4-letter word that is going to have a major impact in your life, it's not the 4-letter word you're thinking of. That 4-letter word is the word grit. Grit, grit. And grit is another way of saying that you've got stamina, that you are sticking to your future day in, day out, not just for the week or for the month, but you're in it for the long haul, for the years, that you are not afraid to work hard to make that future a reality. Grit is your ability to run the comrades, not just around the block. It is your ability to get up and to say, I don't feel like it today, but I'm going to do this anyway. And grit for me is about working on something you care about so much that you're willing to stay loyal to it. It's doing what you absolutely love, but not just that initial, we all know about falling in love and the butterflies. It's about staying in love with that thing. And as much as talent counts, effort counts twice. It's about seeing your job as more than a job. It's about seeing it as a calling and sticking to it. Grit is like a combination of passion and perseverance, and probably a bit of stubbornness thrown in there as well. It's an effort to achieve your long-term goals. Without that, you're going to burn out. If the day you don't feel like you've got that passion for it anymore, you have to take a long, hard look at yourself. Grit gives you the mental toughness that allows you to persist and even succeed in the face of adversity. So even when things are tough, and believe me, things are going to get tough. Many years ago, somebody said to me, life is like a train track. And until then, I never really understood I always thought life is ups and downs and highs and lows, and today it's fine, tomorrow it's a bit low, but you get up to the high again. And somebody explained to me many years ago that life is not like that. Life is like a train track. And at any point in time, there's good or bad things happening in your life. But it depends on what you look at. It depends on which track you're on. So you need to choose which track you're going to look at, because there's always going to be two tracks. There's going to be bad things happening to you all the time, and there's going to be more positive things. The bad things become distractions, and they will pull you away, and they will want to suck you into the negativity of life. And it can be as simple as having a strict deadline and a pipe bursts, or, the plumbing stops, or, the washing machine breaks down and you can't do washing, or the iron gives up and you can't iron your clothes. So it's not always like big things. Yes, there's going to be really bad big things. You're going to lose friends along the way, either because your journey and their journey is not the same anymore, or because they simply don't celebrate your success, but you're going to outgrow some of the friends. You can look around you right now in the room, and there's going to be some people that's going to go on the journey with you, and some people that you are probably going to lose along the lines because your ambitions change and your purpose change. And that doesn't make anyone bad. That's a bit like yogurt. There's strawberry yogurt and vanilla yogurt and chocolate chip yogurt and granadella yogurt. And at the end of the day, yogurt is nice. I like yogurt. And it doesn't matter what flavor I'm eating, it's still nice. So life is going to be a lot of flavors of yogurt, and people are different flavors of yogurt. At the end of the day, we're all yogurt. So we must make our own decisions. But if you're committed to your journey, and if you're applying grit, then you need to decide where to focus. You need to get up every day, do what you need to do, whether it's winter or summer, whether it's raining and cold. You need to get up, put on your shoes, and get out there and do what you have to do. And some days you're going to feel like an imposter, like you don't belong around the boardroom table, like you shouldn't be in the room, that your voice doesn't matter. But get up, take your seat at the table, and speak up anyway, because tomorrow you will feel better, and tomorrow you can keep going. I don't know if you guys know what TED Talk is. It's this global speaking platform where people are invited to make a short speech. I think it's a 10 or 15-minute speech, and people are given quite a bit of lessons to go and to do a TED Talk, and it's quite an honor to be invited to do a TED Talk. And Angela Duckworth is this immigrant lady that did a TED Talk, and it actually ended up being the most watched TED Talk in the history of TED Talks. And no surprises there, she spoke about grit. And she said the following. She said, "There are no shortcuts to excellence. Developing real expertise, figuring out really hard problems, it all takes time, longer than most people imagine. You've got to apply those skills and produce goods or services that are valuable to people. Grit is about working on something that you care about so much that you're willing to stay loyal to it. It's doing what you love, but not just falling in love, staying alive. So as much as talent counts, effort counts twice." So today I want to encourage you to take hold of the opportunities that this digital economy will bring, to take hold of the opportunities that equality will bring you. Embrace life. Don't listen to the naysayers. Get out there. Own your space in society. Own your success. But apply grit. And even on the days when you don't feel like it, get up. Do it for yourself. Your future self will thank you. I wish you a really fantastic day. I wish you all the most wonderful time with all of our special people at the Cortex Hub. I want to thank you for having me. I hope I encouraged you a little bit today. And yeah, we'll catch up soon. Next time, hopefully I can be there with you in person.